Hello and welcome to USA Podcast World News Tonight. I'm David, your host. Thank you for joining me. We have the first elections in since Donald Trump and Elon Musk have seized power, and the results are in. In the battle for the Supreme Court Justice out of Wisconsin, Susan Crawford defeats former Attorney General Brad Schimmel by a resounding 55% of the vote. The race was a blowout, and the Republicans had thought that the Democrats had no chance in winning this election. And this is a referendum on their ability to influence down ballot elections. And after that happened, Donald Trump called a cabinet meeting, and word on the street is Elon Musk is on his way out. Elon Musk spent $25 million in Wisconsin to win that Supreme Court nomination, that Supreme Court justice job. And it fell flat. And the voters, according to exit polling, felt offended and insulted that Elon Musk tried to spend all of that money to influence an election. He even paid people $1 million to sign a petition and get their friends to vote. A woman by the name of Ekaterina Dinsler, she went to Twitter and said that she won the $1 million because she did exactly what Elon Musk said and signed the petition, talked to others, and voted, which may be against Wisconsin law that's paying people to vote. So we got to see how that's going to, the fallout on that is. Also, Elon Musk doing a fundraiser to try to influence the election, was on stage dancing around with a cheese head hat on, insulting the people of Wisconsin. It was terrible. And now we see Donald Trump sees that he has no more use for Elon Musk. Elon Musk has worn out his welcome. Donald Trump now is getting ready to move on from him. So the Department of Government Efficiency, we don't know what's going to happen with that, but because of the fact that Elon Musk is bringing a lot of baggage, it seems like he's on his way out. And if you really think about it, Donald Trump did not need Elon Musk to win that election. That election was basically handed to him. As we're finding out from a book by Annie Barnes, a political correspondent, and Jonathan Allen, a new book coming out entitled Fight: Inside the Wildest Battle for the White House. Inside the book, President Obama is described as saying that he did not want Joe Biden to run for re-election. He definitely didn't want Kamala Harris. He didn't even try to get her elected. This book is very, very revealing about the dynamics of politics and what was going on behind the scenes. The book also details on how Kamala Harris was not allowed to forge her own path. She had to stick with whatever Joe Biden had did throughout his presidency, and she had to endorse everything that he did. He called her and told her, there's no daylight here, kid, meaning don't get off script. You stick to my agenda, and you say there's nothing you would have done differently. And she did that, and that was one of the reasons why she didn't win, among others. According to the book, the Democrats had polling that said that neither one of them could win, and we needed an open primary or either a mini primary to select another nominee, which Joe Biden ignored. So now we're finding out that all of that politicking that former President Obama was doing for Kamala Harris was all fake. Even when he called out everybody for not voting for or not being enthusiastic about her because she was a woman. So now you're getting to find what's going on behind the scenes. In other news, coming out of Raleigh, North Carolina, an ex-Green Beret wife has been arrested for brutally murdering and dismembering his body. Shanna Cloud, 50, is accused of killing her husband, Clinton Burnell, he's also 50, and cutting his body up and leaving it in a ravine piece by piece. Now, this man was a former Green Beret who retired from the military this past December. And reasoning why she did this is that he told her he wanted a divorce. And wanting a divorce sparked his wife to kill him and dismember his body. Now, mind you, we're talking about an ex-Green Beret. At 50 years old, fairly young, he was caught off guard. However way, there's no details on this, but she is being held in jail right now, and we're going to see how that turns out. We also have news out of Dallas that a Dallas rabbi was arrested for indecency with a child at the Acme Yavish Academy in Dallas, Texas. Rabbi Yakmik Mir Sabu was arrested on charges of playing with a child's genitals and watching him shower naked and influencing him and doing other indecent acts with him. He was put on administrative leave. He's being held in Dallas jail on a $100,000 bond at the moment. Puff Daddy is in the news again. He has another allegation against him. A former worker out of Florida by the name of Joseph Mazzino. He's a Florida man. He said he was sexually trafficked and assaulted at the Star Island Mansion in Miami. According to his version, this was all witnessed by LeBron James, Gloria Estefan, Beyonce, and Jay-Z. Reports say he was humiliated and made to wear a thong naked with a device strapped in his mouth and over his face, and he was handcuffed. And he was paraded around in front of everybody. And a lot of people were appalled when they saw him, including the famed Jacob the jeweler, who saw it and made reference to, why is this naked white man staring at me? He said LeBron James even mentioned, hey, somebody need to do something about this. And Beyonce and Jay-Z, according to Joseph, witnessed this and seen it. Gloria Stefan's husband saw it, and instead of calling for help, according to reports, he said, hey, we're not going to get nobody in on it. Let's clean this up and get this over with. So we have a new allegation in the Puff Daddy case, and this one has a name on it, and he's standing by his allegations, and he's putting other names on it. Famous people like LeBron James, Gloria Estefan, Beyonce, Jay-Z, including Gloria Estefan's husband. Richard Sherman is in the news. Armed assailants stormed his house and held him and his family at gunpoint while they robbed the place. While he was inside, one day after his birthday, what a belated birthday present he got. We're glad no one was harmed, and surveillance shows that the assailants entered through the neighbor's backyard through a back window that they broken. So Richard Sherman is asking anybody with any information on this to come forward and to talk to the police, because home invasions are something that no one should have to put up with. In sports, we have the Final Four is down to, and we got the Final Four down in the men's and the women. And in the men's, all favorites in each region made it. We have the University of Houston taking on the Duke Blue Devils, and the Florida Gators, they are taking on the Auburn Tigers. So they have a rematch in their game, and this is the first meeting out of Houston and the Duke Blue Devils this late in any season in recent memory. They should have a great game. And we have storms throughout the Midwest through the East. We have 6 dead from Oklahoma through Missouri, through Tennessee, through Texas. We have tornadoes and storms. We have weather coming in. So I want everybody to keep an eye on their local forecast and to make sure you take the precautions you need to stay safe. This is David from World News Tonight. Thank you very much.